Ticking down as the Wild just content to sit back in their own zone. And the Utah Hockey Club comes into St. Paul, wins for the second time this year, besting the Wild here and blanking them in their barn, 4-0 the final.
The return of Kirill Kaprizov, the return of Jared Spurgeon. Not enough on this night. Wild lose 4-rip on home ice. Tough one to swallow in the return to XL Energy Center. Kevin Falness downstairs in the Bob Kurtz Radio Center. Upstairs in the Al Shaver press box. Tom, it doesn't have to be perfect, but man, you just hope for so much better when you're on home ice. You don't want to see a clunker like this, and that's what the Wild delivered at the hands of the Utah Hockey Club.
Yeah, and I wonder, Kevin, when was the last time Minnesota got shut out at home? That's another question, too, I have. But, you know, I guess the big question is what happened to the team tonight? Why didn't they perform up to their capabilities? Were they expecting two guys coming back to the lineup to take care of everything? That did not happen. That wasn't going to happen. And I think that's one thing that the coaching staff was trying to guard against. It. They think it's just going to be easy. But the one thing, Minnesota maintains their position above Dallas and Colorado because I don't think either one of those teams played tonight. But that being the case, Minnesota's got to find a way to get back in that winning way. And they've got a big road trip coming up. They've got Calgary here, and then they go to Chicago, and then from that point on, they're going to hit Toronto, at Montreal, at Ottawa, and at Boston before returning home.
The good part is, the fact is they have established this huge cushion that we talk about. They've put themselves in a wonderful spot, but that is evaporating quickly. And, before you know it, they're going to be in that wild card spot and then on the outside looking in if they don't get this turned around rather quickly. And that includes their goaltender, Tom Gustafsson, tonight. Now has dropped 4 straight decisions and has given up 23 goals in those 4 starts.
Yeah, I know, and I question that also, the fact that he has not been looking very good. He lost his last 4 games now, plus the game before that, Kevin. He got pulled, if you remember, giving up 4 goals, and I think it was 18 shots in St. Louis. And so the last 5 games has not been kind to Gus. But you know what? He's the only one who can turn it around. It's going to take some hard work and some good mental help also, because I think when he lets in that first goal, he just kind of sinks, and you can see that in the game here tonight. But you expect your goaltender to really step up and make something good happen, and when it doesn't happen, you start to wonder what's going to come next.
Yeah, it's been tough for the Gus bus. Ever since he shut out the Carolina Hurricanes, it's been a rocky road ever since. Meanwhile, the guy on the other end of the ice pitches the shutout. Wild are blank for the second time this season, but first on home ice. Tom Reid, who is your catalyst of the game?
Well, I'm going to go with Hayton. I thought he had a good game here tonight. He was very strong. He had a couple goals in this hockey game, and I think he got the first goal game, and that's all they really needed. But he was a guy that really has stepped up.
Well, you get another game with Spurgeon, another game with Kaprizov, and just about everyone else. Still missing a couple of guys, but I don't know if Hockey Day Minnesota doesn't get the troops fired up. I don't know what will, Tom.
Well, you're right, and of course that's a huge day for all Minnesota sports fans when it comes to hockey.
All right, we'll talk to you Saturday.
Thank you.
Tom Reid upstairs in the Al Shaver press box. Again, the Wild lose 4-0. You heard Tom Reid's Catalyst of the game. It's presented by Catalyst Supply Co. Building materials and install support. Boost your build. Joe O'Donnell's making his way down to the Wild locker room. We'll hear from him. We'll hear from John Hines as well. Wilder blank 4-rip by Utah. This is Wild Hockey presented by XL Energy.